Looking at stability of the field objects, let's look at the first picture. Is this a stable object? Okay. We try to flip it up, we try to move it up, and it will actually return to base quite easily. But this one, if you turn a bit, it will actually topple over quite easily. Why is that so? What's the difference between these two pictures? Can you see the difference? The first one has a very wide base. This one has a very narrow base. The area is smaller. Then you look at this one. This one, the bus is on a certain angle. Okay, the center of gravity and the plumb line, this line is still pretty much along the bus body and cuts through the bottom of the bus, this plumb line. But this one, the plumb line is already out. See, if center of gravity is here, the plumb line is out of the bus. The plumb line along the red laser is out of the bus already. So this one is in the bus. The plumb line is the line that goes through center of gravity, going down, cuts through the base of the bus. Okay, so that's why this one is more stable and this one is less stable. And then you have this bench. This bench has a wider area. Okay, you have wider area, and this one is a smaller area. So as we move forward, we also found out that we want to know how the center of gravity influences the stability of an object. Okay, what are the factors? So you look at this one. What do you see? Do you see the same area, the base area? Yes. Same legs, same base area. But you see the cork are having the same size as well. But the only difference is in terms of height. In terms of height, the center of gravity for the first one on the left hand side is actually higher. The center of gravity is higher. So what are the variables? The constant variables are the type of cork and also base area. The type of cork, it can be the mass of cork. Okay, it won't be heavier than the other. Manipulated is the position of the COG. The COG for this higher one is here, which is higher, and this one is actually lower. The other one seems to be lower. Okay, so the responding variable is how stable the cork is. Which one is more stable? Which one topple easily? Which one came down easily? Okay, so we set up the two corks as shown in the figure. Tilt the wooden box slowly and observe what happens to the two corks. Okay, observation. The first cork, which has the highest COG, topple first. This one, higher COG, topple first. A low COG makes an object more stable. Okay, what are the example of stable object which is a low COG? Anyone know? Have you ever thought of F1 racing car? Okay, so that's an example of very low center of gravity. Okay. So how the base area influence the stability of an object? Just now it was the position of center of gravity. Now it is the base area, whether it will influence the stability of an object. So you look at these two diagrams. Basically these two are the same cork, same size and same height, but the legs, the second one actually extended out like a tripod stand. Okay, so this one seems to have a wider area, wider base area. So what are the steps? So what are the constant variable? Constant variable is the type of cork, the mass of cork or the weight of cork, and height of center of gravity. They are the same, constant. What are the manipulated variables? Manipulated variables is what you control. What are you controlling? You're controlling the base area. The first one seems to be small base area. The other one seems to be larger base area. So we need to find out the stability of the cork as a responding variable. So which one is more stable? This one is more stable, and the left hand side will topple first if you tilt the wooden board slowly. And the observation is the first cork, which has the smaller base area, topples first. So what are the calculations? Okay, it's basically a large base area makes an object more stable. So you can think of giraffe, he or she always extend the leg so that it will be more stable, because giraffe center of gravity is very high. It is not stable. So the giraffe has to extend his leg outward. Okay, think of other things, maybe tripod stand for video camera, and also many other objects in your daily lives. You can find out more later. So these are the example and conclusion. So factors affecting the stability. One of the experiment not done is actually the weight of the object. So the weight of object, if you look at the third diagram shows that a cup full of orange juice and the other one is empty cup. The one with orange juice is more stable as it is heavier. And this one, the second diagram shows a very wide base area compared to a very small base area. This one is C is more stable than D. And then you have comparing A and B, two different stools. One is higher, center of gravity higher. So stool B is actually more stable.